Okay, next project for the John 1911 Armory in 2025. This gun is hot, so I'm going to be a little bit careful with it. This is my daily driver, the Wilson Combat Project 1 gun. Liking this gun, you're going to be seeing a lot more of this gun very shortly in videos. Just running drills and practicing and all that kind of stuff. These are the hotness. It is I've noticed that out of the initial 100, Wilson has now released at least two, released is maybe the wrong word, supplied to at least some members of the Wilson Combat Shooting Team versions of this gun, but it has, all blacked out, control surfaces. So it's not the bronze colored of, some of this stuff. So I think this kind of format is one of the major futures for Wilson Combat as far as the X9 is concerned. The ergonomics of the grip are just dynamite, and as a matter of fact, I love my original X9. I love this gun. It's going to be hard not going back to this gun, but anyway. So why are we here? A couple things. I have decided, because this is how it came from Wilson Combat. Well, I put the red dot on it, but they had it configured. And it has a blanking, I'd call it a plate, but a plug for the front sight. And I am so used to seeing a front sight when I'm presenting a red dot that it bothers me that I don't see one. And so I'm going to go ahead and remove that blanking plate. And Wilson on these Project 1 guns for sure, go ahead. They have a fiber optic front, but there's different types of red dots for these X9 guns. There's night sights, there's gold beads, there's all black. This is a night sight that I have painted. And I may just go ahead and get one of those. They're pretty easy to change out because they just screw in. So it's a really nice system. So 2025, you're going to see some more of this gun. You're going to see some changes to the gun, minute changes just for my own personal taste. You'll notice I haven't touched the grips yet. They're still black. We'll see. We'll see. Get people crying on the internet. The other thing is I'm using a JM Custom Kydex holster on this gun. And I like JM Kydex holsters, but one of the things that they did that I'm not a big fan of, at least on these X9Ls, is they shorted my sweat guard. I prefer the sweat guard to come all the way up over the thumb safety, and they shorted it. And so I'm going to reach out to them and see if they can't make me another holster with a longer sweat guard. The X9 guns generally will fit in most 2011, 1911 holsters. You may have to expand or adjust the tension on the holster, as far as the thickness of it. But the biggest thing that's going to limit you on these X9 guns, or really any 2011, this isn't a 2011, not even close, it's better, but it'll be the red dot. So if you want to run one of these for a while and you want to run them iron sighted, if you just loosen a tension on your existing holster, as long as it's, if it's a railed gun, railed holster, red dot gun, red dot holster, it all should work pretty good and be fine. So that is another project you'll be seeing at John 1911 in 2025.